Trade with Crazii version 10.4 review of 20th May markets. Now, before we go into that, I'd like to show you something that I just left earlier. I told you, right? Now, remember 100 days before during the when Donald Trump wants to be the president, he told the people that he will ensure that the war will end after he speak to Putin, Zelensky. But we all know that Zelensky went to the White House and created a big havoc in the White House back then. And then after that, now Donald Trump spoke to Putin, and Putin seemingly shifting goalposts. All right. So in short itself, now that, okay, you see, last year Donald Trump promised that he will end the Ukraine war in 24 hours, and obviously it didn't happen. Okay, and then after that, he says that he and Russia Putin will get together and hash it out in person. But on Monday, the ground shifted again. After 2 hours of phone call with Putin, he says that the condition of peace deal can only be negotiated between Russia and Ukraine. And maybe the help of the Pope. Oh gosh, my goodness. So what is happening? Obviously, it's outright. He can't. Obviously, he can't. All right, he really can't. All right, so that is what is happening right now. So one thing to note is that I will be watching all the weaponry involved stocks in the market. Yeah, because usually when that happens itself, right, we do know what will happen next. Okay, so all these I'll talk about it tomorrow. Yeah. Okay, let's talk about today's itinerary. We talk about the yesterday's market. Okay, so this is yesterday's market to begin with. Okay, so yesterday the Dow Jones really came down below pivot 2, below OP, right? So we sell the market, but I wrote that very clearly. If the market come down to MLP, do book profit. And I say only if the market come down to 42,382, then we will look for a buy from the bottom there itself. Now you notice that instead of 382, today is 383, right? You notice that? You see, we are following through. Oops, sorry. So let's see what happened yesterday. Yeah, let's take a look. Okay, so yesterday the market opened nicely, then it went up first, but it didn't go to KTR +1. Then it pulls back all the way down, and incredibly, it stopped at pivot 2, once again showing the power of pivot. Now, pivot is calculated number, but yet the market, like a magnet, always draw towards it itself. I can tell you that's why I love my pivot. Okay, then after that, you had the market bouncing around at OP, and then that is where at OP level, the market breaks down on a 4-diamond count, went below pivot 2. Then after that, there are a few diamonds at the bottom. It tries to fight around us. Then there was, because of, I think a news came out, if not wrong, and then the data swung, and then it went up again, and it happened to stay above OP for a while. And then after that, it came back down again, and it tried to swivel around the pivot 2 before finally giving out and then sell. Now, what is crazy is look at the KTR -1 and the low of the market. Oh my goodness. I mean, I tell you guys, this is crazy. This is CFD. That means that we really cannot, there's no way you can manipulate the market by buying exactly at the low itself. And look at the way when it rebounded, right? Look at the way it stopped at the pivot. Oh my goodness, this is insane. How can the market behave like that? Touching the KTR and then hitting the pivot. It's as if that the market recognized all these things itself. And then after that, the market caved in, was resetted by pivot, slammed down all the way before some buying came in at the later part of the day. I don't know what's the news that created this, but nonetheless, that's how the whole day has went. This is really amazing. Okay, now let's look at the gold market, right? Now, this is yesterday's gold. I already tell you to watch out for gold already, right? So yesterday, gold really opened, break above MLP, touch MLP first. Now, that was where I shorted, and I thought the market would go down, right? But instead, after it rebounded MLP, I quickly buy back my short position and go heavy long. My first target was pivot 1, and then after that, I target the MA. Now, why did I, for this particular trade, why do I target higher? Because the KSI turned green, ma. The KSI turned green, so which means I can hold a position and then target 1, target higher, target higher. That's how you work. All right, that's how you do this. Okay, you need to know when to go for heavy punch, when to go for light punches. Okay, so the overview first, yeah. So gold initially opens and then went down. Okay, fair enough. but the MLP was somewhere around here. So it went below MLP, stopped at KTR -1, rebounded, come back down, breaks again. Again, insanely crazy, it stopped at KTR -2, as if that the market know KTR -2 exists. And then after that, recover sideways, and once it breaks above the KTR +1, -1, it went all the way to OP. Now, once above OP, I know that it's just a matter of time because the market went down to KTR -1, -2, right? So if it rebound itself, going back to KTR +1 was almost like a walk in the park. So I basically keep on holding my position and add some a little bit here and there. And once it go to KTR +1, I book my profit. Okay, my deal is done. Then after that, the price had to come back down again. I thought that it would break the OP this time around, but it didn't. And then after that, it recovers, and that was where you can see the diamond pop up, and then the market shoot up all the way, not only going to pivot 1, it went to KTR +2. So I believe that some of you followed me, and we bought this market, right? And we made some money. Now it went to KTR +3 some more. And the crazy part is that it even go to MA30. Oh my God, look at the abundance of green dots touching the MA. Okay, so you don't know why, because that's how it is. So that was the reason why I tell myself, you're going to see a big upside like this or a big downside like this on tomorrow's market. So the market actually really choose upside market. So all these things tells me that there are really some very serious buyers in the market. So you need to be very serious in your entry. Yeah? Okay, they're all very serious buyers. So let's go through the emotion. How do we trade? So first of all, there is a diamond here. You draw a line across it. So buy right, and it's above the line. You buy, make money, get out. KTR, MLP, this OP must get out. Cannot hold too long. Then when the market pulls back down and break the same line, you can see the market goes down all the way to KTR -2. Okay, very nicely. And again, that proven to you that somehow they really know where are we. Then after that, the market recovers sideways. We don't really bother until this part here itself, when you saw the two diamonds coming in and the boys are buying, the retails are buying. So what we do is that we put a line at the candle, right? And you can see the market stops above it, and that's where we buy. And of course, subsequently, there's another buy call, and that's where we buy. So now we are holding this position, and then those who are with me are making money. Congratulations, well done. Because after that, the gold price went even higher after that. Yeah, you can see after that, the gold price has keep on going up. So you draw a line. This is where you buy. You draw a line. Okay, that's where you buy. You draw a line. You can see how crazy the accuracy is. Then the buy is also very clear. And then after that, it ended off with this buy. So if you've actually been doing the buying for the whole day yesterday, you just follow the diamond and you're buying entry. You're buying basically the outbreak or near to outbreak level, and that's where the risk is lowest and the chance of being knocked out is low. Yeah, but again, it takes a lot of patience and a lot of belief to actually do that itself. Yeah, okay, this is what happened to gold last night. Any question? No question. Press number 3 right now. Okay, thank you. Okay, so now after that, in the second half, as you can see, the gold basically start to move. So what happened is that you would have your lines drawn like this for the first one, and then the second line you draw like this, right? So why got a blue arrow? Because the market clear above pivot 1. So when the market clip pivot 1, a blue arrow will appear on your screen. Don't worry about that. Let's tell you that pivot is being triggered. And after that, market shoot all the way up itself until it hit the MA30. Now you see many green dots there. Why? Because the market is, as long as the candle stays along the MA, there will be a green dot. Okay, so once that happens, there's only two outcomes, either a big upside or a big downside. So what did the market choose? Obviously, you can see now the market choose upside. And now you understand why itself, right? The gold this morning continued to go up to this 3314 earlier, because it could be the buying from yesterday, it could be fundamental of today. I mean, all this can add together, but the more important thing is that you make money from the market doing this method itself. That is the most important thing for today. All right, guys, that will be all for my revision for today. All right, so I will see you guys on Telegram in the afternoon itself. Need to rush for my another meeting now. See you guys. Bye-bye.